Welcome back, everyone, to Lumen Field here in Seattle. Our halftime festivities behind us as we're just about set for the opening kick of the second half. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Tua to try again on second down. Throw to the right, taken in by Berrios. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Draymond Jones drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Well, this offense, rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Sticking with Walker on second down. Shedding the tackle that gives him some room. And still fighting. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. And even 150 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, here's Walker. Stiff-armed him. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Second down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3's all around. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They'll try the air now with Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
First down, Dolphins.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses...
Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Mostert is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Again, it's Mostert pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Tua going to try and run. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Tua Tagovailoa keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And it's blocked.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll...
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker. 44 yards. And the Seahawks up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early...
Down the numbers. There he goes. Now inside the 25. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Here's Mostert. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 6-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. On the move to his left.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Phil.
And they can't bring him down.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions from our coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Left side complete to Lockett. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now Tua.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Taken from just outside the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And Walker once more. Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
2nd down and 8.
Throwing now, Smith. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35.